Hi Hawks and Herons. Thank you for all your lovely feedback on my last video, even though I got a number wrong and even though my writing of numbers was terrible. But this is another video, they're pretty much the same, but on area again. And we're going to look at some other problems that are a little bit more difficult and finding the area for them. And I'm going to try and be better at writing numbers. Okay, to start this video off, here are the answers for the questions you had last time. Lots of you sent me your work in and I marked them straight away, but just in case you haven't done that yet, here are the answers. So go back to not yesterday's, the day before, go back to the day before's, Tuesday's work, and just have a quick mark and see how you did. Okay, now we're going to look at how to find area when we can't just count the squares, when we know the width of a shape and we know the height of a shape, and how we find the area for that. So I've got some shapes here. Have a little look at them, pause the video, and just have a think. How would you find the area of this shape? Remember, area is the amount of space a shape takes up. Perimeter is the continuous line around the edge. Area is the amount of space a shape takes up. So pause the video and have a look. Okay, we're going to look at this one first. We're going to look at each of them individually. So let's do this first one together. So although I can't count the squares, I can still see how long and the width of the shape, and I can still see the height of the shape. So let's add those two things on. I can see, just get my pen, I can see that this one is 3 squares long. 1, 2, 3. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 squares long. My numbers aren't too bad so far. And these are, so 3 along, 5. I can also see where my squares would go. I wonder if any of you said that you could sort of imagine where the lines would be by continuing them across. Oh, okay. Those two aren't so bad. That one's terrible. That one's not so bad. So I can see that I've got 1, 2, 3 squares there. 1, 2, 3 squares there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In total, I can see that I have got 5 rows of 3. Now, I could go 3, add 3, add 3, add 3, add 3, or I could write it as 3 times 5 to find out how many square units the area of this shape is. So what I'm doing there is I am timesing the width of my shape by the height of my shape, and that is finding the area for me. So the width of my shape, the W, the width of my shape is 3 times by the height of my shape, which is 5, and that will give me the area. So the area of the orange shape is 15 square units, or if it was centimeters, it would be centimeters squared. And make sure that 2, when you write it, is a tiny 2. It's got to be a tiny 2 that is sitting just slightly above the M. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. If you think you might have already understood what to do, then why not do this one? Pause the video and do this one, and then you can check your answers. However, if you want to hear me say it again, just carry on watching. So again, we're going to remember that to find the area, we have to find the width of the shape, so across the top, the width, and we have to times that by the height of the shape, and that will equal our area of the shape. So let's have a look. The width of this shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 is the width of my shape. And the height of my shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my width and my height are the same. That must mean that this is a square. So the width of my height are the same. So I can do 1 row of 5, 2 rows of 5, 3 rows of 5, 4 rows of 5, 5 rows of 5. And 5 rows of 5, so 5 squares times by 5 will give me 25 centimeters. Ooh, move my face. Ah! Squared. So, and we can even prove it. If I was to draw my lines going this way, I'm terribly sorry they're not even. I felt like I was doing better and now I'm doing worse. So if I continue all of my square lines from my piece of paper straight down, we can double check it, we can count them. And I can prove to you that it's 25. The width of our shape times the height of our shape equals our area. So let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Again, you can have a go at this one on your own, or you can carry on watching and you can do it with me. If you want to have a go at this one on your own first, pause the video, off you go. So again, as always, we are doing the width times the height to find the area of the shape. Now this shape is very tiny, so this shouldn't be too difficult for us. 1, 2 is the width of our shape. Oh, 2's are the hardest number to draw. I'm still using my mouse. 2 is the width of our shape, and 1, 2 is the height of our shape. So nice and easy. 2 times 2 is 4. So our shape is 4 centimetres squared. And again, we can prove it. Oh, not going to be able to prove it with a red pen. Change colour. Green. We can prove it by drawing in the lines so that we can count the squares, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4 square units. It is 4 centimetres squared. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. As always, we want to do the width times by the height to find the area. So let's start with width of our shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh gosh, that was terrible. And times by, so the width of our shape is 6, and we are timesing that by the height. 1, 2, 3. So much easier on a whiteboard with your hand. Okay, 3 times 6, so our height is 3, our width is 6, 6 rows all together. So 1 row of 6, 2 rows of 6, can't really see that with the green, but you get the thing by now. 1 row of 6, 2 rows of 6 is 12, 3 rows of 6 is 18. So this shape, shape D, is 18 centimetres cubed, or 18 square units. Okay, next one. So now you have got some shapes here to have a go yourself. So pause the video in a second, wait a second, and here you are going to put whatever the width of shape A is. So here is shape A, and you're going to put the width of the shape times by the height of the shape, and then you're going to put the area. The area of figure A is, and then you're going to put the area again. So width, height, area, area. Width, height, area, area. Width, height, area, area. And you can see for question A, this is question A. For question B, here is shape B. For shape C, here is shape C, and so on and so forth. Have a go by yourself. Okay, have a go. Let's see if you got those ones right. So for A, the width is 2, as you can see here, and the height is 1, so the area is 2. The area of figure A is 2 square units. Okay. B is 1, 2, 3, 4 square units. C, 6. And the rest, as you can see here, all the answers are here. Just pause the video and mark your work. If you got a few wrong, make sure you understand why you got them wrong. If you're not sure, go and show a parent. Go and show them and say, look, this was the answer, but this is what I got. What did I do wrong? Or if there's no one around, feel free to send me an email and I can explain. Okay, here's the next challenge. It's the same thing as before, but it just looks slightly different. So all you've got to do here is you can write, get a pen, you can write the width of your shape here, the height of your shape here, and again times the width by the height, and then you put your answer for the area here. You do B, then there's C the same way, and I'll just move me into here. And you can do A, B, C, D, E the same, and D. Okay, off you go. Okay, and here are the answers. Double check to see if you got them right, and if you didn't, have a little look at them again, ask a parent, see what you did wrong. If that was challenging enough, that's okay. However, if you're feeling brave and you want to have a look at a challenge, it's coming next. Otherwise, just turn me off and go and have some fun. Right, the challenge. I've got a shape for you. Have a look at this. These are curious shapes. Now I can't just times the width and the height of these shapes together to find my answer. They're a bit different. So have a little think, have a little go in your textbooks. How would you find the area of these shapes? Because our width times height to equal the area, that only works for squares and rectangles, where we can count the rows of the same amount of squares all the way through. We can see here, the amount of squares that are in this top part here is not the same number of squares as in this bottom part. So, how are we going to figure it out? How am I going to work out what the area of this shape is and the area of this shape? Have a go and message me. All right, bye. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope the area is beginning to make sense. Tomorrow, you will have a quiz on the things we've been learning today on Purple Mash and the things you've learned over the whole week on perimeter and area, and you may even have a little challenge there at the end if you've been giving me your work and your work has been all correct and you seem to be flying on. So there are a few challenges on some of the quizzes that I have set. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to send me your work. I do so enjoy seeing your work. All right, bye. Have a brilliant day.